Hi friends! Excited that you're here with me today. So today I wanted to explain to you what I am calling my Garlic Press Jess cooking teaching framework. And this is a working title. I know it sounds very theoretical, but this is a work in progress, so this is what I'm calling it for now. So essentially what this is it is how I think about cooking from a high level. So it's my attempt to put a frame around how I view the cooking journey, because I believe that cooking is a journey that you do throughout your whole life, and that's one of the many reasons that I love cooking so much. So this framework really helps me to show you where I am on my journey, and it helps me frame my goals for my audience of where I want to help you get to in your cooking journey. So before I get into it, I want to share with you my big why, because that is a thing these days that is important. So my mission in life is to get people to cook more. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but mainly it's because I believe that if you cook, you will be happier, you will be healthier, and you have the chance to make an impact on our world, because I believe that your decisions around food influence our environment and our world, and have the opportunity to influence them in a positive way. So cooking is also what makes me happy, and so I want to share that with people who need help. Okay, so when I think about how I'm going to get people to cook more, this framework is kind of the filter in which I think about it, because what I am super obsessed with is thinking about how do I get people actually in the kitchen cooking. So I could publish a million recipes, but what I really care about is how do I get you up off your butt into the kitchen and making food and enjoying it. And so this framework helps me think about that. So let me tell you how I think about it. Okay, so here we have it. So over here we have the factors of influence, okay? So this is really important because this is what affects your cooking in everyday life. This is basically like what affects cooking in real life. And so I have 5 factors that I think about. So the first one is context. So context is, what does your life look like? So for me, I am a single woman. I cook mostly for myself, but I also like to host, and I work from home. So I have, these certain factors. This would also be like if you are working night shift, or if you are, always outside your house, like different things that affect your day-to-day life and your day-to-day cooking. The second one is habits. So I'm obsessed with habits, and because I think habits are actually how life gets done. And so habits are a really important factor in your cooking. You probably have a lot of habits already, and so the easiest way to shift your behavior is to just slowly shift your habits. So habits are really important. Okay, third we have motivations. So motivations is obviously like what gets you up off your bum and moving and changing your stuff. And so motivations could be, are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to eat healthier? Do you have a specific health condition that you're trying to change your diet around? Did you just have a baby and you suddenly are more aware of everything you're putting in your body? All those kinds of motivations. Maybe you just really want to cook for somebody you love to show them that you care about them. Motivations are really important. Those are going to affect what you do. Then fourth, we have values. So values obviously are what's important to you, and this affects how you decide what to do with your time and which kind of things to buy, whether you eat meat or not, all those kinds of things. And then finally you have preferences, which is just your personal food tastes and preferences. And these are things that are important. The values is especially important to me because if you don't have similar values to me, then you might not really want to follow my cooking or my advice. Preferences is important because I like to think about that and tell you how you can change certain things based on your own preferences. Okay, those are the factors of influence: context, habits, motivations, values, and preferences. Okay, then we have cooking. So we have 2 categories here. We have basic cooking and we have great cooking. So great cooking is where I want to get you to be. And to me, great cooking means you can cook without recipes. You can cook creatively, and it can be a really enjoyable experience. And 3 is it's just built into your life. So it's just kind of something you do. You don't really have to think about it that much. It's just kind of ingrained in your life. So this is the starting place, but I want to get you over here. And so in basic cooking, you have 2 kind of things. You have knowledge and you have techniques. So knowledge is, basic information. What is asparagus? When do I eat it? How do I cook it? This is how I peel it, whatever it is. So knowledge is always being gained. You can never have all the knowledge in the world. I'm always gaining knowledge. Everybody's always gaining knowledge. Then you have techniques. So this is how to roast something, how to saute something, how to bake something, all the techniques. And so these are both, you can have a certain amount of these two things, and you always want to be growing that in your cooking journey. If you have a small amount, you can make basic food. I also see these two things on a graph. So there's the number of things you know, which hopefully you're always gaining, and then there's your mastery of certain items. So you practice them more and more, and you master them. And so hopefully you're moving in this direction. So knowledge and techniques, I will share these with you as I see them being relevant to where I want to get you, but to me the internet is full of knowledge and techniques, so this is not my value add for you, is knowledge and techniques. You can Google any of this stuff and you can find the information. Where I can really add value is over here on the how to, calling out what makes a great cook and helping you get to this place. So what makes great cooking? Here we have three things. First one is what I call practices. So this relates directly back to habits. Practices are practices to promote deliciousness and prevent waste. So this kind of indicates my values. Deliciousness to me is the main goal. So the goal is pleasure. We want to make food that is delicious to you. And then preventing waste to me is just a part of cooking. That is just part of the system, and that's just has to be there. Because food is money, you pay money for your food, and so if you're wasting it, you're wasting your money, and that's just not good. I also think that wasting is a privilege. Wasting food is a privilege. There's a lot of people who don't have enough food, and so to me, that just has to be part of it, so that's always going to be baked into everything I teach. But in terms of practices, there are certain things that good cooks do that promote deliciousness, that are easy, that are just habits that are ingrained, and so I want to teach you how to build in those practices to your life. Okay, then we have construction. Construction of taste and experience. So this is how do you put together, starting from simple, how do you put together a dish, to how do you put together an experience. So an experience would be Thanksgiving, or a dinner party, or a date night. So thinking about the whole experience and being able to put together a meal, or a dish, or a plan that delivers on what you want to serve someone. So this is there's a lot in there, but construction. Then you have understanding. So understanding of ingredient behavior and quality. So this is where if you see a recipe, you would know based on your understanding of ingredient behavior where you can sub certain things. What information can you pull out of a recipe and apply it to a different dish that's completely unrelated? Like how could you pull out the flavors from this stew and put them into a salad? That would be a level of the deep understanding that a good cook has. And then in terms of ingredient quality, this is also something that I think good cooks know how to treat certain ingredients based on their quality. So they know how to make more humble ingredients taste amazing, and they know that when they have a really good quality ingredient, how to highlight it and make it the star of the show. So we have basic cooking, knowledge and techniques, and then we have great cooking, which includes practices, construction, and understanding. These are kind of the categories. So that is the framework. And why is this important? I know it's kind of theoretical, but I wanted to share it with you just so that you could get a little glimpse into my weird cooking brain and understand how I think about things. And I'm going to be using this framework to sort of filter the educational information and food recipes that I share. So I'm hoping that by explaining it, you'll be able to get more value from the stuff that I'm sharing so that you can better apply it to your life based on the changing stuff over here. You'll be able to integrate it a little bit better. So thanks for watching. I'll be having more videos coming out in the next time, and I can't wait to get cooking with you and keep explaining my nerdy food theories. So this is Garlic Press Jess, signing off.